All right, we're back, fight fans. It's Akim Barak, SiriusXM Fight Nation in the zone. We have a guest on the line. You could call him a YouTuber, but I want to call him a professional fighter, undefeated professional cruiserweight. He doesn't have a scratch on his face coming off this big victory, Mr. Jake Paul.
Welcome to the show.
What's up? What is up, everybody? Thank you all for having me. I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Jake, I mean, are you shifting into becoming recognized as just a professional boxer first and then a social media influencer? Like, what do you prefer to be announced as?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, I think, like, I'm more of a professional boxer now than anything else. I dedicated, the past 6 months to a year training, for this fight and for future fights to come. This is the first of many. And so I think you hit the nail on the head. Like, I'm a pro boxer more than anything now. And that's what, 100 million people saw this Saturday is like, I got to showcase my skills to the world. And it's an amazing feeling to come out in a victorious, violent fashion.
Definitely violent, and congratulations on your victory. Now, usually fights like this that's outside of boxing, so to speak, because you're a celebrity, it needs like a backstory, some kind of tension, some kind of beef. So out of the names that you called, why call out your brother? Where does that come from?
Because everyone thinks that he could beat me, so I want to prove people wrong. Like, because I'm the little brother, so people think he's a better fighter than me, which isn't true. And so I want to prove that to the world. I don't know if it'll ever happen. I want to take out KSI and Dylan Dennis and Ben Askren and some of these guys first. But, Conor McGregor is going to get it eventually. And people think that's a joke, but like literally no other platform or no other fighters calling him out with this big of a platform. And I have the skill to take him on. I'm sparring people that have sparred him before. We're on the same level from a boxing standpoint, and our talent gap is less than what Floyd Mayweather's and his was. So like, the fight just makes sense.
Yeah, no, I mean, look, I'm not totally against the fight, even though some, fight experts are. And I actually do think that you're a better boxer than your brother. But this sport is a brutal sport, right? Barak and I have seen, people get hurt to the point that they've died in the ring. How worried were you when you didn't see Nate moving after the knockout? Were you concerned at all for his safety?
Yeah, no, 100%. I was sending prayers. Me and my team, sent the prayer up. And it's scary because you never want to see that. And boxing's a brutal sport, but at the end of the day, it's a sport. So you need to respect your opponent after you've won. And again, I messaged Nate on Instagram. I said, I hope you're doing good, bro. Like, I hope don't take this too personally, like just roll with the punches and keep your head up.
Do you plan on moving up in the boxing rankings by, really fighting real boxers?
I mean, we'll see what happens. I want to fight. I want to fight the people who are talking. Like, got you. I want to prove everyone wrong. And there's been a lot of people talking from the MMA world. There's been a lot of other YouTubers talking. So I mean, we'll just see what happens. But it has to make sense. It has to be a big fight. It has to be a big name. I don't want to do any small fights. I want every time I fight for it to be a movie and for it to be electric and for it to shut down the internet.
So if Canelo was talking smack, would you fight him?
No, Canelo's the greatest boxer ever right now. That wouldn't be smart. That's why I want to go up against these UFC fighters and bring them into the boxing ring until my skill level develops. In the past 3 years, how good I've gotten, is crazy. So who knows what 3 years from now looks like? Maybe then I can fight Canelo. But right now, I'm good enough to take on these UFC fighters in the boxing ring.
For those just tuning in, Jake Paul on the line with us. I mean, I guess it's one of the things I respect about you. You actually go through a real training camp and take the sport serious. Now, as far as Conor McGregor, he's obviously a lot lighter than you. How seriously How serious would you take that fight in terms of like moving down in weight just so you can meet him at a weight so it can be a legitimate, real fight?
No, I would meet him. Like we would figure it out. I cut weight to 189 for this fight, but I definitely have to cut more. But I'm with whatever.
How light do you think you can get? What's the lightest you think Jake Paul can be for a professional fight?
Probably the lightest I could actually get is like 180.
That's still pretty high for Conor, but have you gone on Boxwreck.com yet just to see your pick that says 2-0, 2 knockouts?
No, I haven't seen it. What is it?
Well,
do you even know about Boxwreck.com?
Yeah.
That's how you find out about all of.
Oh,
okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
No, so
every time I go to spar, a pro boxer, me and my coach, we check out their box rec.
Smart.
We see who they fought, all that. So
you haven't even checked yours out yet. You haven't even checked yours out. You wasn't excited and said,
no,
just check.
I've been partying until like an hour ago. I literally just woke up for the first time. So
hey Jake,
we went to go get donuts, and I'm about to just go crazy.
Oh, so now you're back to heavyweight already. Hey Jake, listen, you obviously have to be a fight fan if you're taking the sport this serious. So there's a fight going down this Saturday, Errol Spence Jr. versus Danny Garcia. Are you going to be watching, and who's going to win that fight?
Yeah, I'll be watching. I think Errol Spence is gonna take it. He's just too slick and he's never lost. So he's just a real dog. No, that should be exciting. I was watching Daniel Jacobs versus Rosado on Friday night. But yeah, I thought Rosado took the W there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was a lackluster performance. At least that's what people thought, especially of Daniel Jacobs. And some people are saying the same thing. They're agreeing with you. Now, listen, out of all the people that you named that you want to fight, who do you want to fight the most? Who are you going to go at the hardest?
I think KSI. That's the fight that everyone wants to see next. And it's been pending for 3 years now. So I want to make that one happen. But we'll see. I think he's legitimately scared of me, and he's gonna get his ass beat. So he doesn't want that. He wants to stay victorious. He beat my brother. So why? It doesn't make sense for him necessarily to get in the ring because he's undefeated. So, and he knows that going up against me, it's gonna be a very, very, very difficult fight for him.
All right, what do you say about Ryan Garcia's next showdown on January 2nd against Luke Campbell? How does that fight play out? And are you and Ryan cool or you're not cool? I don't know what to believe on the internet, so talk a little bit about that, or your relationship with Ryan in his next fight.
Yeah, no, Ryan and I are cool. We just got a little carried away with some drama, but we squashed everything. But I think it's going to be Ryan's most challenging fight to date. Luke Campbell's a great opponent. He's an Olympian, and Ryan's gonna have to really step up to the plate. But I just think Ryan's so fast and powerful that he'll get that knockout in the later rounds.
Yeah.
Well, you had the pad on before when he did the body shot challenge, right? How hard does he really hit?
He hits incredibly hard for his size. And the snappiness and the accuracy. I think it comes down to the accuracy with Ryan's punches and the speed with all that. So he's a real sharpshooter.
Hey Jake, if anybody knows social media influence, is you, right? We were talking to Oscar De La Hoya, and he said that Ryan Garcia has the potential to be a bigger star than Canelo Alvarez because of everything outside of the ring that influence he has. Do you agree with that statement?
Yeah, 100%. This is the new wave of boxing, is people who have giant social media followings.
Right.
So Ryan is for sure teed up to be a bigger star than Canelo. And at least in the social media world, he already is. He has more followers than Canelo, more buzz than Canelo on social media. So in the boxing world, he just has to catch up. But yeah, the future is very bright. He just has to win these big fights coming up. You know, he has to prove himself. He has to take out Luke Campbell, Gervonta. You know, after that, he's gonna be a superstar.
Well, listen, Jake Paul, we appreciate you taking the time. I'm actually genuinely looking forward to seeing you in the ring again, even if it's against Conor McGregor. I actually like that fight, surprisingly enough. So congratulations on your big win, man. Keep it up, and you stay safe out there.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate you.